Well, typical. I was looking for my large roll of tape and it was stuck to the bottom of the jack. Hey guys, welcome back. Is the old girl still sitting here ready for me to get back onto it? But this is not what we're here for today. That is, yep, the 46 Stylemaster. There's a few jobs to do on it. We are heading off on Saturday. It's going up to transport a bride to her wedding, so it's going to be fun. But first things first. Now, tailpipe is come loose and it's a bit of rot in the pipe, so have some steel tubing down there. We'll get that sorted in a little while. Other things, the horn has stopped working, and for the time being what we're going to do is just basically put a switch in to operate the horns. The horns themselves do actually have to go back on. They're around here somewhere. I'll have to find them. But the main job that wants to be done on this is the fuel system. Okay, let's get that sat there. Now, as I mentioned in one of the previous videos, one of the issues we have, this originally had a non-return valve fitted there. Now, this was put in by the previous owner, we think, we're not sure. But what happens is, when the car's been standing overnight, basically fuel just siphons back to the gas tank. So, rather than putting it here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it before the fuel pump. So, which is down here somewhere. There's the fuel pump down there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'm going to basically try that again in English. I'm going to put the non-return valve between the fuel pump and the gas tank. Now, I've spoken to a couple of people, and the general consensus seems to be is that maybe that fuel pump should have had a non-return valve in to stop this happening. So others say no, they don't. So it's the internet, people will argue, so you know, I don't know. That's really about it. Just give it a general service, oil, filter change, or whatever you do with that filter. I'm not sure whether it's an oil bath one. I don't know, we'll figure it out anyway. But the first thing to do is, before we get into that, is over here. Now, I'm not even sure if I've got it loaded yet, but my previous video, I was working on the hood, the rear wheel carrier, and the roof panel. So I brought them back with me. Got a few jacks and everything in there, tools, what have you. I'll get this unloaded first, and then we will set about working on the Chevy. There you go. So I'm going to put the camera to one side, get this car unloaded, and yeah, then just crack on. Okay, so that's the horns already. Didn't bother recording it. All I basically did was just pop the covers off, give them a quick sanding, and then primered and painted them black. Anyway, let's get this put away, because unfortunately you lose paint in this place if you don't tuck it away. Yeah. Okay. Right, so next step. Horns go down inside here somewhere, so I'll put the camera on the tripod and then let's get to it. So, been messing around inside the car and we seem to have no continuity whatsoever between the cable for the horn and the actual horns themselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hotwire them straight to the battery just to ensure that they are in fact working. I mean, who knows, but anyway, let's just give this a quick toot, hopefully. Nope, wrong one. Well, yeah, they're working. So, I think I'm just going to completely rewire it to the switch. Leave all the original stuff alone. We've only got today and tomorrow to get everything sorted out, so you know, I don't want to be spending the entire rest of today just working on this. So yeah, we've got plenty of cable here. So yeah, let's just run a new one in. Let's just run a new one into the horns and call it a day. Okay, let's go with this. This is 14 gauge, which is a little bit heavier than what's already in there, but it should do. Alright, well, we've got a connector on there. Not a good connector, but there's a connector already on there. So let's see what I can get into the car. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but there are a couple of grommets there. I'm just going to take it through there. Should be easy to fish this out from under the dash as well. Okay, I've had a bit of thought about this, and as I said, I do not have enough 14 gauge to go to the battery, to the interior, and then back to the horns. What I think I am going to do therefore is I'm going to use the 14 gauge to the battery, then the 16 gauge I will run two separate 16 gauge cables out to the horns. Yeah, that is what I think I'm going to do. I'd be happy with that. So, what I have done here is, that is the 14 gauge which goes to the battery. I've put the insulated female on there so that if it does get disconnected, there's no bare terminals. And I put the male on the cabling that goes to the horns. Doesn't matter which way, same on this, the actual button. Doesn't matter which way it goes. I mean, it's just a device to make continuity. And I'm thinking about mounting it somewhere there. I don't want to drill any holes. We just this just wants to be mounted on because we do not, as I said, we want to repair the original horn system. So this is just a temporary, just a bit of temporary tomfoolery just to make the car usable. Right, let me stick this back on the tripod and I will get it connected up on the horn side. That is a good sounding set of horns on this. cable ties. Zip ties. Out here, out here. Again, just because this is a temporary installation doesn't mean it can't be neat. I'll clamp in there. And there we go. Now, only thing left to do now is put the switch on the inside and cover up the cabling. So, let's get that. I will leave this front section disassembled at the moment just to make sure that once the switch is installed everything works. And tidy this wiring up here, again cable tie it in just to stop it floating around. And then I think I'll have 5 minutes. Probably need a new battery in the camera by then. And what will I do next? I'm going to see if I can track down the pieces for this fuel pump. I do have the non-return valve there somewhere. I don't know what the hell I've just done with it, but it's kicking about somewhere. And then see if I can get this fuel pump working. Well, at least maintaining fuel at the carb. Then last, may not get that done today, but then we'll have a look, see what's up with this exhaust, and take it from there. Right, let's get on with it. Well, there we go, everything is now back in place. Let's just get rid of that Coke can. Yeah, it's all back in place, went back together nicely. The horn, drop him down there. The horn I mounted just on the right hand side here, so yeah, I mean that's going to work fine. So yeah, basically haven't drilled any holes, just zip tied it, ran the out of breath, ran the wiring down and just tidied it all up, so easy to take back out when the time comes. So that's it for the horn. I'm now going to move on to find out what is up with this exhaust system. Okay, let's get on here and see what the hell is going on. Oh, that doesn't look very good, does it, Olga? Yeah, this, I don't know if you can see. To be honest, I think this needs a full new system on at some point. Anyway, we're just tidying this back end up for now, so God, how should I get these floors sealed? Always dusty. Anyway, those marks, I don't know if you can I hold the camera, hold the flashlight. All of this here, these are all holes. Yeah. Plus, I don't know how well you can see it, but whoever put this bracket on, the bracket contacts the, I think that's the wheel well for the spare wheel. So, yeah, I don't know whether I'll record this. I mean, it's just a case of hack the pipe off, put that new piece on and put the clamps back on. So, yeah, I think I'll stick the camera on charge and just crack on and do this, and then come back when I begin the new gas tank in. Huh. Anyway, I'm easily distracted. Anyway, I'll just do this rear section of the exhaust, and then we will see what we can do with that non-return valve, that check valve. So, yeah, I'll be right back. Well, there we go. One exhaust pipe. Wasn't too bad. Yeah. Really not a lot to see, it's a piece of pipe. So, does need a full new system on this, to be honest, or at least from the centre box back, but that's for another day. So, I might just call it a night for now. It's just after 5. I am really hungry. And yeah, I need to get some pipes, some rubber fuel line for the non-return valve, and some clips. So I think I might leave that till in the morning. Yeah, if I can get everything sorted out first thing. God, who knows? I might. I think I can get this done tomorrow. I don't know. I do not know. What is that? Oh, doesn't matter. Yeah, gotta be honest, if I could get that done first thing in the morning, I mean, it's literally cut a section out of the pipe, put a new section in with the non-return valve, or check valve, whatever you want to call it. Just allows fuel to go one way. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up for tonight, and I'm not sure this may end up being all just put together in one video. I don't really think there's enough for multiple vids, so we'll see. Anyway, have a good one. Well, now that everything else is taken care of, we're going to get in and sort out the fuel.
Attention. Attention. You have new email communications.
So, yeah, if I remove it from the pump there, then I'll just basically cut the pipe and insert the check valve. So, let's get to it. Okay, I don't know if you can see down there because my light's dead, but what I've done is disconnected it here, and I've now got the pipe cutter on down there, and I will trim the pipe off because it's a section there that I can get to from the underside. And steel pipe, so it takes a little bit more cutting than copper. Right. There we go. Something's happened. Yeah, that's it. There we go, one nice clean cut. So, next step is, what I'll do is shorten this and then just go in with the rubber line and the check valve. So, one thing is always advisable is to put a couple of arrows on so that you know which way the fuel goes, because if you get it the wrong way the pump won't pump. So ask me how I know. But anyway, basic idea is that'll go into there, rubber line onto the other side, and that should be that. So let's get to it. Well, and there we have it. Just pop that in there. Everything's hooked back up. One plug lead to go back on. And that, as they say, is that. So, just a case of give it a quick fire up and see what happens. Okay. A bit of choke and there we go, she's running. Okay, let's go and take a quick look, see if we can see any leaks. No, nice and dry. Perfect. Okay, so plug bowl is nicely filled. So I think what we'll do is just leave it sitting for a little while and then give it a start up later, and that's basically that. I'm probably going to wrap it up here for this video. That's the old girl now basically ready for her road trip tomorrow. I'll come back and check coolant, oil, etc. later, but there's no point in videoing that. Anyway, I'll take the GoPro with me and we'll get some footage of her driving around the English roads. So, like, subscribe, and come back and see me sometime. Have a good one. Well, this could have went better. This was gonna be a nice day getting the Chevy out for the first run since the lockdown began. But rather than cruising down the freeway, here I sit in a service area waiting for a tow truck. So, long story short, she ran up north, really nice, no problems whatsoever, just did notice she would stop charging at one point. Couldn't figure that out, but we did have a spare battery, so that wasn't going to be an issue. However, got to the church, brides and everything really happy, and then we are getting ready to leave, and nothing. She just will not start. We've got spark, we have got fuel, everything to make it happen, but it ain't happening. So she is now sitting here waiting on the tow truck. Well, I think at this point this is not going to be a video because I've spent too much time under the hood of this thing today, so never really got any footage shot. And that's it. I'm just going to tack this onto the end of what was going to be part one, but now it's just going to be part. Anyway, it's about 6 o'clock at night. This happened about midday, and I've been messing about with it ever since. So, long story short, sitting here, been to Burger King, and going to just relax in the sunshine and wait for the tow truck. Observations. Well, you know, it doesn't seem too bad in life. You know, sitting here in a car that's almost 80 years old and looking at all of the other broken down cars around me, that one there, that silver Audi over there, and behind him, if you can see the trailer, there's a car being loaded onto a tow truck over there, and this is the oldest one amongst them, so you don't really feel too bad. Oh, and my recovery vehicle is possibly broken down. Oh, mercy. We'll be spending the night here. So, like and subscribe, give a thumbs up to the channel, and come back and see me sometime. Don't forget to check out the merch store, and hopefully we'll get this thing up and running again. It's one of those things. I mean, it's 80-year-old car, what can you say? Anyway, that's it for now. Come back and see me sometime, and have a good one.